This presentation describes in brief all the aspects of family planning and also covers some of the family planning programs. India faces the challenge of caring for a billion and the burden of disease is increasing in the new millennium. India is the second most populous country in the world. The death rate has declined but birth rate continues to be high in most of the states. Healthcare structure in the country is overburdened by increasing population. Considering the increasing population, family planning programs needs to be reactivated. India faces the twin epidemic of continuing or emerging infectious diseases as well as chronic degenerative diseases. The former is related to poor implementation of public health programs and the latter to demographic transition with increase in life expectancy. India faces high burden of disease because of lack of environmental sanitation and safe drinking water, undernutrition, poor living conditions and limited access to preventive and curative health services. Lack of education, gender inequality and explosive growth of population contribute to increasing burden of disease. A dark cloud, however, threatens to blot out the sun from this landscape. Almost everywhere the poor suffer, poor health and the very poor suffer appallingly. In addition, the gap in health between rich and poor remains very wide. Addressing this problem both between the countries and within countries constitutes one of the greatest challenges of the new century. Failure to do so properly will have dire consequences for the global economy, for social order and justice, and for the civilization as a whole. This graph illustrates deaths by age groups in developed and developing world. Now, let's take a look at economic development, education and health aspect of healthcare industry in India. Expenditure on health by the government continues to be low. It is not viewed as an investment but rather as a dead loss. Economic deprivation in a large segment of population results in poor access to health care. Poor educational status leads to non-utilization of scanty health services and increase in avoidable risk factors. Both are closely related to life expectancy and infant mortality rate. Advances in medicine are responsible for no more than half of the observed improvement in health indices. Health development indicators is a challenge for all. Longevity, literacy and GDP per capita are the main indicators of human development. Longevity is a measure of state of health and is linked to income and education. Weakness in health sector has an adverse effect on longevity. India ranks low 115th amongst world nations as judged by Human Development Indicators. Affected population. In developing countries, lack of awareness and access to effective methods of contraception and family planning impacts the health of women and indirectly that of children. Births resulting from unintended pregnancies can have negative consequences including birth defects and low birth weight. Such children are more likely to experience poor mental physical health during childhood and have lower educational attainment and more behavioral issues in their teen years. As per World Health Organization research, 3 of the 10 most important global burdens of diseases are of childhood, which cause over half of child deaths, respiratory infection, prenatal conditions and diarrhea. Rates of both maternal and child death are particularly high in areas where the social status of women is low. Looking ahead, if an additional 120 million obtained access to family planning, reports estimate 3 million fewer babies would die in their first year of life. Such an improvement has an predictable positive impact on the quality of families and communities and should thus be considered as a global health priority. Key drivers of this problem lie in the roots of society and government initiative. In many male-dominated societies in the developing world, women are not empowered to take decisions for family planning. Some other key factors are traditional social attitudes and illiteracy. Some governments who lack initiative and failed to provide basic infrastructure to tackle this or to facilitate public-private partnership to run family planning programs. Now let's take a look at various factors which will help to understand that why family planning is a challenge in developing countries. First is availability of resources. Economical. As this problem mostly exists in developing countries, there will always be funding constraints. But finance is not the main problem as lots of private organizations have raised their hand to support such programs. Even World Health Organization has increased funding manyfold. Next is human personnel. Developing countries lack human personnel in the medical field. The doctor to patient ratio in developing countries is far less as compared to the developed world. Most of the doctors are male and very few women visit male doctors due to society and family pressure. And lastly, the tools and technologies. The most important tool available in the developing market is a mobile phone. More than 70% of the population has mobile handsets in their pockets, but governments have failed to provide or improve technical infrastructure as availability of internet is quite expensive. Significant challenges stand in the way of making contraceptives more widely available and accessible, including the high cost of quality mid to long acting contraceptives, unpredictable donor funding, and lack of coordination in procurement processes. Next comes the social and cultural factors. Lack of sufficient education regarding the importance of reproductive health and lack of awareness of harmful effects of neglecting family planning on women's health and indirectly that of children. Next factor covered in social cultural aspect is attitude towards finance. Next is financial concern. Having many children is considered as a benefit as it would mean more hands to help on the field. Safety net. Due to high child mortality rate, families tend to have more children as not all survive. Insurance for old age. People have faith that children will take care of parents in their old age and so they tend to have many children. Behavior. Bias against the girl child. In some countries like India, a girl is considered a liability as dowry has to be paid to get her married. So people want to have a boy as son would be of greater use economically. Until a son is born, woman keeps conceiving. Then comes social and public opinion. In many societies, going against public opinion leads to social ostracism. Age old traditions have formed public opinion in favor of a large family size. Religious or ethnic or racial issue. Abortion is considered unacceptable among traditional Islamic, Christian, and Hindu families. And lastly, the demographic barriers. Elders are often against family planning due to age old tradition and superstition. Youngsters who want to go in for family planning risk the wrath of elders. Then comes the structural considerations. Delivery of health care. In many developing countries, lots of births occur outside a hospital and not many women are assisted by trained health workers either before or after birth. Infrastructural gaps. In remote and rural areas, hospitals are often geographically far, transportation is inadequate or unavailable, and so many go without any form of medical help or are dependent on very basic facilities, if at all, through small clinics or mobile hospitals on wheels. There is a dependence on herbal medicine and home remedies. Of all these factors, availability of resources and structural considerations are modifiable. Factors most difficult to change are the socio-cultural ones related to attitude and behavior. One of the easiest solutions is to make common types of family planning tools like contraceptives easily available and accessible. It can be distributed through a concerted government effort and a robust distribution network. Education and information. Another workable solution is improved quality and reach of reproductive health information through government incentivized family planning campaigns on TV, radio, and posters with support from local NGOs and local opinion leaders. This would also be the most effective factor as increased knowledge could start influencing a gradual change in social and cultural attitudes. Integrating family planning services with other health services, including HIV prevention and care, maternal and child health care, and post abortion services. Public health programs have made enormous advances in recent decades in reducing infant mortality, but they may have come with a sting in the tail. In some poorer countries, they risk adding to population pressures and it inadvertently integrating family planning services with other health services, including HIV prevention and care, maternal and child health care, and post abortion services. Public health programs have made enormous advances in recent decades in reducing infant mortality, but they may have come with a sting in the tail. In some poorer countries, they risk adding to population pressures and inadvertently setting back development. Hope this presentation was successful in making you aware about family planning concerns. In the next presentation, we will illustrate the Hope this presentation was successful in making you aware about the family planning concerns. In the next presentation, we will illustrate family planning programs launched in India. Thank you.